I'm Christy and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you've never been here before. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing the New Year Booktuber tag. So my friend Jessin from Jessin Reads Romance, she actually started this tag video and tagged me in it as well to answer. And so I'm so excited to do this because it talks about some fun like book and personal related goals for the new year. So also Happy New Year if you're watching this, because I think I'm going to be posting this on New Year's Day or maybe New Year's Eve, but regardless, welcome to 2023. I'll have the questions for this linked in the description of my video as well if you ever want to do this video yourself. So the first question is, what are you most excited about for 2023? So mine is definitely traveling more, getting back out there and going places. I have a ton of book signings I'm going to, so I'm excited for that as well. Seeing book friends again or meeting other ones for the first time in person. So all of those like traveling things I'm so excited for. Question 2 is, do you have a Goodreads challenge goal and why that number? So I do use Goodreads. I use it more as kind of like tracking my reads for the year, not really like setting a goal that I want to hit. It's just like a number that I know I'll hit, but like I want to set a goal so I can look back and remember all the books that I read that year. So for the past 2 years, I've set it at 500 books, which I've gone over. Like last year, I think I was almost to 650 books. And for this year, I know I'm already around 620. Maybe I should bump it up since I have been hitting it for the past 2 years, but it's not really like a goal. It's just kind of like a keep track of my books for me. The next question is to list 3 5-star predictions that we have for ourselves. So the first one is going to be Powerless by Elsie Silver. Like everybody, I obsessed and loved Heartless from her this past year. And so I'm so excited to get to Powerless, which is the next book in the series. I believe it comes out in February. And then another one I'm excited for that I think will be 5 stars is Coach by Devney Perry. This one I believe comes out in April. I believe it's like single dad, possibly second chance, obviously sports related. Like I'm excited for it. I love everything Devney Perry writes. I've read all of her books. I'm excited for anything new that she puts out. And the last one is Highest Bidder by Sarah Kate. This will be the 5th book in her Salacious Players Club series, which I believe the release date just got bumped up. It's going to be out in March instead of in April. So I'm so excited for this one. I've loved the entire series this past year. All of them I gave 4 or 5 stars to, and so I think this one will be 5 stars as well. The next question is, what genre, subgenre, or trope do you want to read more of? So I definitely want to read more adult fantasy romances. I've had a really hard time finding ones that are like quality or good that I enjoy. So I definitely want to try to find some that I actually enjoy and love and can become like obsessed with. So if you have any good like adult fantasy romance recs for me, definitely let me know in the comments here because I'd love to find some new ones. Then this year as well, I want to get back into historical romances. That is like my favorite subgenre of romance. And this past year, they definitely kind of went to the wayside while I read other books instead in other genres, which I mean, I still love historicals. I read a lot this past year, but I want to read even more. There's like so many authors that I want to dive into their backlists. And so I definitely want to read more historicals this year. Next question is, what trope do you think will be most popular in 2023? So I definitely think small town are going to be popular. They already started to become popular this past year. I noticed in the last half of the year with like Elsie Silver and Devney Perry and Catherine Cowles and all of those authors kind of blowing up. I've always loved and enjoyed small town romances and like fitting those in throughout the year. But I think they've definitely been trending for the past few months. So I could see that kind of going into 2023 as well. I personally would love to see like Second Chance or Friends to Lovers kind of getting some spotlight as well. So the next thing is to name 3 bookish goals for the year. Mine is I would love to finish more authors' backlists. I have read quite a few this year, but I'd love to finish out some of them as well. Like Lisa Kleypas, I'm super close to finishing. I think I only have like 5 or 6 books of hers to finish. Lorraine Heath as well. I have like maybe 3 or 4 to finish out her backlist as well. Also want to dive into like Scarlett Scott as well. I read one of her books like a couple months ago and have become obsessed with it, and I want to like dive into her entire backlist next year. Another one of my bookish goals is to focus more on my channel maybe this next year, which I mean, I just started it in May of this past summer. So I've only had it for 7-ish months right now. But definitely want to focus on it more, whether that's like making more videos, doing more collabs with people, like doing read-alongs, like whatever the case, I want to focus more on like growing my channel and just like focusing on making videos because they are so much fun to do. And then my last bookish goal is to find more new to me authors and kind of read and branch out and read like new authors to me that I can maybe find and love and obsess over. The next question is to name 3 personal goals that you have for the year. So this kind of ties in to some of my bookish goals, which is just like doing more and like having the motivation to do more. I feel like this past month in particular, like December, it's just like a rough month for me. Like I definitely want to be motivated to do more, whether that's making videos, because I have like lists and lists of video ideas to do, and just like getting the motivation to make them and do them, that would be great. And just like motivation in general for things in life would be amazing. Also want to try cooking more. I don't really enjoy cooking, but I always love like watching cooking shows and like all the fun ideas and like all the fun cool things they make. Like baking I do like to do, but cooking I kind of want to get more into, so I want to do more of that in the new year. And then my last goal is to travel more in the new year, which I do have tons of like book signing and like meeting up with book friends events planned for 2023, but also just like traveling with like my family as well, which we actually do have a couple trips planned. Like in the summer, my mom and I are going to be going to a Taylor Swift concert, which is super fun. And then my family, like my husband and daughter and I, we're actually going to Hawaii in a couple months as well. So that's going to be just like a fun time to get out of winter and head to an island. And then the last question is, what do you want to leave behind in 2022? So I think just judgment in general, like there has been a lot of discourse lately about like bookish judgment, of judging how people read books, how many books people consume, like all of these kind of conversations, or people feeling like they have an input in how many books and how people consume books is like wild to me. I can't even believe it's like a conversation. Like we're all on our own paths and journeys. We all have our own lives. We all have our own priorities. Like let's just let people be. So that was a super fun video to do. Thank you so much to Jessin for tagging me in it and for creating this tag video as well. I had such a fun time answering all of these questions. I'm so excited for what 2023 brings as far as books and traveling and new friends and just like all of the things. So let me know in the comments what some of your answers would have been to this video, or if you make this video as well, definitely tag me in it so I can check it out. So again, Happy New Year, and I hope everybody has a great 2023. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and I'll see you in my next one.